And
Mm.
I love acting like I loved dance. And so it's important for me to study acting and what it means to be an actor and study life, study emotion, study thought, study physicality, because it's all expressions that need to be conveyed. You know, what is the truth of a person's life and how do I tell that truth? You know, am I playing that person with empathy of understanding who that person is and what they're going through? Do I know how to convey their truth on camera? Because the camera captures the truth. I tell people all the time, if you're lying, the camera's going to see it. So tell the
Yeah.
truth. The camera sees everything. And so I tell people, you know, when you see a good movie, it's because people are doing the work. When you see a bad film, it's because people are focused on being popular. And so you might be popular for the wrong reasons. You know, there are a lot of people who want to be famous, and they might be famous, you know, because they're on somebody's screen, but it doesn't make them an actor. I think that's a word that has been disrespected for quite some time now. And when you talk to real thespians, real actors, when you talk to Don Cheadle, when you talk to Denzel, when you talk to, Lawrence Fishburne, you know, you it's a different conversation. When you speak to Jeffrey Wright, it's a different conversation. And so those are the conversations that I like to have. And
Hmm.
those are the griots that I listen to and I learn from. Not just from watching their movies, but really, what are they teaching? What do they have to say? You know, Denzel might pop up and teach an acting class. You know, if you're lucky enough to be in his. I don't know if he still does it. I know he used to, but if
Hmm.
you have the opportunity to study, you know, with a Susan Batson, run to class, you know?
I heard a few themes, right? Studying, of course, number one. Two, I heard mentorship, right? And then staying true to the character. I can speak from my experience, and we'll talk about that towards the end of the episode of just working with you, right? So now, like, mind you, I'm still early in my directing and producing career. But what I can say is I've worked with some legends like you or William Allen Young, right? And there is a difference when I'm working with somebody like you and somebody like him and a few other actors and actresses that I've worked with. I would call you actors. In music, we have the saying of like rappers rapper. Like Eminem is a rapper's rapper, meaning that rappers listen to Eminem and they're at all at what it is that Eminem is doing. Kendrick is considered a rapper's rapper. He just also has commercial appeal. So when you're talking about thespians for the layman folks, an actor's actor is to me is somebody who has a technique. They're not thriving off of just zero casting or their personality. I can tell that they're becoming a character. And then because they have a technique, if you throw some type of tweak or change or whatever, they can use that technique and pivot right then and there of what needs to be done. And then Darren does a great job too of listening to understand, not just to respond, but adding in, right? They're bringing something to the table. He'll have an idea or a take, right, that I'm like, I didn't even think about that as a director. So I definitely just echo everything that you were saying. And so I guess I want to add, right, for somebody who's green as an actor, what advice would you give them as they're on their journey?
Don't be so quick to want to be in a film, meaning
Mm.
do the work first, take class, get good at what you do. You know, you have the opportunity to move people emotionally while you're in class. And when you can do that long and strong enough, now it's time to step out into the world, right? Like I said, it's not just about being famous. You become famous when you're good at what you do. Fame will look for you. Whatever you're looking for is also looking for you. So I say, look to be good and then to be great. It's like Michael
Mm.
Jackson said, study the greats and become greater. And so it's right there for us.